What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sal back in the building, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this is a video for my entrepreneurs, okay? If you are someone who has been wanting to start a business but you feel like your credit is too low, it's too shot, it's too broken, I'm here to tell you you're absolutely wrong. It's been almost 7 years since I made a business credit video, and I've learned a lot. I mean, a lot about business credit in the over these last 7 years. And with that being said, I think I have a duty as someone who started his business credit journey with a 515 back in 2012 to put out information specifically for those people who are looking to build business credit with a score of 600 or below. So I want to let you know that it's not over for you. All right. It is not over for you. There are companies out there that want to give you money, but you have to do it the right way. You have to set your company up the right way. But this is America. We want to give people money. There are companies that want to give you money. All right. But you have to show them that you're willing to put in the work and also willing to put in the work to repair your current credit, right? So obviously I do not have a 515 anymore, all right? And if you're going to want to get more than $10,000 in business credit, you're going to have to build your personal score eventually, all right? But let's go ahead and move on with the beginning. Again, this is called How to Build Business Credit with a 600 or below credit score, your path to your first $10,000 in business credit. All right. Now, the first thing we have to do is to get incorporated, right? We've got to choose an S corporation, not an LLC, preferably. If you can get an S corporation, trust me, in the long run, it's going to work much better for you. All right. S corporations require that all shareholders be U.S. citizens, right? That is one extra level of scrutiny that's taken off the table when you go out and try to get credit, when you go out and get trade lines. They're going to know that everybody who's involved in this company is a U.S. citizen. So that no background checks are going to have to be done when it comes to that objective. It's so much easier, right? Over the years, family members, friends that I've helped to get credit with an S corporation. I just cannot deny that. All right. Just cannot deny that through my own experience. So much easier to also raise capital when it comes to an S corporation. I mean, C is even a lot better because you can have unlimited shareholders with a C corporation. But the S, you can actually get investors involved. You can acquire property, other corporations. Right? You can, and also, like I said, bring in investors. Right? S corporations also pay at the personal tax rate. Right? You can deduct up to 20% of qualified business income from their personal tax returns. Right? LLCs can do that as well. But again, as I mentioned, LLCs, sometimes they get that extra scrutiny when it comes to, getting access to business credit. Warning. Never, ever, ever buy a shelf or aged corporation from a website. Please, please, please do not buy shelf companies, right? Why? One, the EIN may already be damaged. They have already names and structures set up out there that your name is not on. And you're going to have to backtrack and fix those things. It's just not worth it. All right. I don't care how old the company is. I don't care how cheap it is. You may have liabilities out there that are going to pop up once they realize you're back. All right. Imagine, for example, some of you guys who have, shitty credit. All right. Let's be honest. Don't you hate it when you're fixing your credit and then something pops back up? Some bill that you owed from 3 to 4 years ago. Well, imagine that happening to your business, credit report that you spent $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on this aged corporation. And now, since you're back up and running, you've been hit with a $10,000 bill for something the previous owner did. That happens, right? Do not get a shelf corporation. You are more than able to get credit, to get trade lines with a new company. Again, this is the United States of America. These banks, these businesses want to give you money, all right? You don't have to have a shelf corporation to get money. Choosing the right business makes all the difference, right? So there are SIC codes and also NAIC codes, and these are codes that, clarify to the IRS and to other creditors what business you're actually in, right? And there are certain SIC codes that can trigger automatic declines when you're applying for credit. So it's very important that you are using the right code to explain or define your business. All right. So for business credit purposes, you want to select a SIC code because when it's time to apply for Dun & Bradstreet, they're going to ask for that SIC code. Right. And there are tons of websites where you're going to be able to look that up. And also when it comes time to filing for your EIN, you'll go through that experience as well. But that's research you want to start doing right away. And we'll get a little bit more deeper into it in this next slide here. So there are high risk codes and there are low risk codes, right? High risk codes are real estate, car sales, adult entertainment, anybody involved in money lending or financial services, restaurants, manufacturing. It's going to be almost impossible for you to get business credit if you're in those line of businesses. It is what it is. They're just incredibly high risk. They're going to ask for all kind of documents. So making sure you choose the proper SIC code is going to be very, very important. For example, I own a solar energy company, right? Have I ever done any type of installations? No. But, for someone like myself who's been in the stock promotion game previously, I can tell you that you can own any kind of corporation out there. You don't actually have to have any experience or even any revenue in the actual business that you say you're doing, right? For those of you guys who trade penny stocks, who trade stocks, period. In fact, there's a multi-billion-dollar company out there called Nikola, and this is a competitor right now to Tesla Automotive, and they don't even have a physical, product to sell right now, but yet they're worth billions and billions of dollars, right? And this is a publicly traded company, and there are thousands of publicly traded companies out there that have a line of business but don't actually have any product or service to provide. So sometimes you just need a vehicle, and my vehicle was a solar roof power and installation company. So if you were to look my company up, that's what it says that I do. Do I actually do that? No. I use the money to trade. I use the money to flip cars. I use the money. We're in a whole different line of businesses. But if the government comes to me and says, "What do you do?" That's what I'm going to tell them I do. I'm in solar installation repair and solar installation and repair for solar panels and such. All right. So when it comes to low risk, wholesaling, computer parts, construction, cleaning, home health care, transportation, software publishing, computer training, these are considered low risk codes. All right. And I'm not going to spend too much more time on it, but I'm going to tell you right now, those guys who are in construction, they get it, man. They get money. Those guys get money. Those guys who are in roofing businesses, who are, project coordinations. There's another word for it, but those guys who oversee construction projects and stuff like that, they get a lot of access to credit, right? Credit is a big thing in the construction industry. All right. Now, once you've chosen your SIC code, you then want to, of course, get a business address and phone, right? So you got to get a business address. Can you get business credit with the home address? Yes, but why would you want to do that? I wouldn't want to have my home address on my business documents. Just go out and get yourself an ipostal1.com account, and for $9.99 you can get a real business address, right? Stay away from Regis, stay away from WeWork, stay away from some of those. All you really want to go with that iPostal One or some of these other smaller brands, because a lot of these bigger addresses have been blacklisted, right? They've been blacklisted by some of these financial firms. So iPostal One is one that's got a good selection, practically every state, and it's very, very affordable. So for $9.99, you can get a business address with forwarding for just a little bit more when you actually have mail. They'll alert you in an email, and you can pay to get it sent to wherever you are. So preferably, you of course, I should have mentioned this earlier, always incorporate in the state that you're in. Do not incorporate in Wyoming or Delaware. No, just incorporate in the state that you're in. All right. You don't need to do any of that fancy schmancy stuff. All right. So when it comes to iPostal One or any of these other business address companies, get a business address in the state you're in, right? In the state you're in. You don't actually necessarily have to be in the same city, because you can get that stuff forwarded to you, but you want to be in the same state, right? And again, they're providing real U.S. business addresses with mail forwarding. When it comes to the phone number, a text now number is just fine, right? Just get yourself a text now number. And, when you're calling these companies, you want to be calling from the number that's on documents that you submit to them, right? You don't want to be calling from another number, right? Because that again makes you look illegitimate, right? So you want to make sure you can give them a number you can call from. So Text Now works excellent with that. You want to get a website, right? Get a website. I mean, you can get a landing page for $40, $50. It's really easy to do. It's easier to get listed on Google and other business pages when you have all of your information in a row and a website. I mean, it's just going to make you more professional, and it's going to make it easier for you to get what you want with your company, right? Get on Yelp. This is the largest business review site in the world. You're not going to get any reviews, right? Because you're not really, operating a company like that, but you want to get on Yelp because other smaller business review sites, they target Yelp for new businesses. So if you're on Yelp and they get that list, guess what? You're on that site and another site and another site and another site. So that's how Google will pick you up too even faster. So, you want to get on these review sites. Do not join the Better Business Bureau. It's a waste of time, waste of money. I think it's like $500 now. It's a waste. You do not need to be on the Better Business Bureau. Once you get on Yelp and Google and all these other business landing pages, you'll automatically get listed to the Better Business Bureau. So don't even waste your time. Landing pages, you can get them at buylandingpagedesign.com. With that, you're going to have to install it yourself. So you're going to have to get hosting, get a domain name and stuff like that. So it's going to take a little work for you. So if you don't really know what to do with that, just go on Fiverr.com. Search landing pages, and find somebody on there who will help you with getting your site set up. But it's not going to take more than $100 to get a website set up, if that. But you need to get yourself a website. All right, so now that we got that taken care of, you're going to get your EIN number, right? So your EIN number, that is your registration to the IRS for your tax identification number, and that's what you're going to use to open a bank account, right? So you're going to use that, and that's what you're going to do to file taxes for the company and whatnot. Of course, it's always easier if you're a U.S. citizen. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you're going to have to file some extra paperwork with that, and it can get, to be a hassle, right? When it's time to file your EIN number, you're going to click Start a New Business, right? So whatever format you're looking at to start, whether it be S Corporation, C Corporation, LLC, make sure, after you selected that, you're going to use the selection to start a new business. Very important. All right, now that we've got our EIN, we got our letters of incorporation, we got our business number, business address, we're going to open a bank account, right? Now, the first and foremost, I love these local credit unions. You want to start an account at a local credit union, right? That offers business accounts. Right? Credit unions are nonprofit, right? Their business checking account, for the most part, has no fees. If they do have a fee, it's very, very small. They offer low interest rates on business credit cards. That over a period of time, let me tell you, it's someone who's got now almost a 10-year company. when you got, $15,000, $20,000 in business credit on one card, the difference between 4% and 5.9% is a lot of money, folks. Let me tell you something. It is a lot of money over time. So you want to have a business relationship with the credit union, because in the future, these companies, when you're applying for credit, they're going to want banking references. So, you don't want to underestimate the personal touch of a banking reference at a credit union, because it's going to be very helpful to you when it's time to applying for credit, that you have someone at the local credit union that you can put as a reference. All right. Also, you want to make sure your local credit union, reports to the credit bureaus. Do they, report to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax? Those are the three major credit bureaus right now. There are other ones, but those are the three major ones right now. All right. Now, when it comes to the big corporate checking accounts, you're going to need to open one of those too, right? So we're going to have an account at the credit unions, and then we need, accounts with the big boys, right? The Wells Fargo Simple Business Checking Account. It's $25 to open, $10 a month to maintain, or you don't have to pay the $10 a month if you have $500. You need to open up that Wells Fargo Simple Checking Account, because this strategy will not work unless it could work, but it's going to work if you go through the way I'm going to present it to you, right? But you need to open an account there, right? U.S. Bank Silver Business Checking Package. There's no service fee, zero balance to open. You should open up an account there. Citizens Bank, right? They got a clearly better business checking, no service fee at all, zero balance and open. It also comes with the ability to eventually get a platinum business card that offers $1,000 cell phone protection. I have that now. Let me tell you something, folks. You're not going to get the business platinum card for a while, right? Not at least a year. And that's if you've been paying on time with the other accounts we'll build together. But I had an iPhone 10, folks, and I dropped it and cracked it. No insurance, right? Called in. They sent me a brand new phone. Brand new phone. I'm thinking I'm going to get a used phone, and they sent me a brand new phone because I own that credit card. My phone was covered by the fact that they offered a $1,000 cell phone protection policy to everyone who owned the card. Incredible benefit. So now that you've opened up that Wells Fargo checking account, right? And we've got, I think I put, just $500 to maintain, but you want to put $1,000 into that. All right. I don't care where you're going. I don't care if you got to take out a second job, whatever. Find $1,000 and you're going to open that account with $1,000. Why? Because you're going to turn around and open a Wells Fargo, that should be Wells with an S, Wells Fargo secured credit card, right? So with that $1,000 that you put into checking, you're going to apply for that secured card, and you're going to ask for the $500 limit, right? You're going to ask for the $500 limit. Some guys just say, just go for the jugular and go for $1,000. If you're going for $1,000, if you want to put the whole $1,000 on the secured card, make sure you have another $500 to put in to the checking account. Because remember, we don't want to be hit with that $10 per month fee, right? Because again, we don't want to cause any bad information to be sent to Dun & Bradstreet, right? If you pull out the whole $1,000 and put in the card, now you're getting hit $10. You got an overage, right? You got an overage, and that overage is getting sent to Dun & Bradstreet. That's fucked up, for a very simple oversight, right? Now, if you apply and your credit is below 630, which I suspect you are because you're watching this, right? You're going to be denied, right? You will be denied, right? Some people have gotten through, right? I did have a cousin of mine. He got through, and he had a 565, and he got approved, right? Now, you're going to call this number. It's a reconsideration line for Wells Fargo credit. And you are going to beg them to approve you. You're going to say, hey, I'm black, or, I'm trying to start this business. The wealth gap is real out here. I've always wanted to start a business. Look, I got $1,000 in the account. All I'm asking for is half of what I got in my account. It's being secured by what I already have in checking. I'm building a business here. I'm building a relationship with you guys. I just need you guys to extend me a little bit of help, right? I've already got the $1,000, right? All I'm asking for is just you guys to show me a little bit of favor here. I want to be a customer of Wells Fargo for a long time. They're going to approve you. They are going to approve you with a reconsideration. All right. They are going to approve you. Now, if you don't get approved, keep going. Right. All right. Keep going. Come back to it. Hang up the phone. Call back a week later. Do it again with somebody else. All right. Do it again with somebody else. All right. So, of course, as I mentioned, join the local credit union. The interest rates. Never underestimate the the face-to-face banking relationship, right? But don't get too absorbed in your credit union relationship because like I just recently learned that when it comes time to getting those PPP and CARES Act money, well, guess what? I had a better relationship, a personal relationship with my credit union, but my credit union couldn't qualify for that PPP and CARES Act money. Right. So when I tried to apply, I had to go through, Citizens. And did I have the good relationship with Citizens? Yeah. I mean, I got a credit card with them, but I don't have anybody on the ground that I could have buttered up to get me access to a bigger portion of that money. Right. To a bigger portion of that money. You got people who are getting 300, 400, 500 grand. To the small end where you had people getting $25,000, $30,000, $35,000. All right. So make sure, you want to get a relationship with the big banks as well. Now, once we get our banking and hopefully our secured card, right? Once we get our secured card, we want at least one statement to already come to the house or delivered online to go through that we've paid at least one time on that credit card. Buy something for $50 or something, just pay it off, right? So that way we have some credit history already on the account, and then we're going to apply for our DUNS number. And I said here, do not apply for the DUNS number without a secured card, because that's how you're really going to get approved for a shitload of credit, is when you get that DUNS number. Now, when you get that secured credit card. But if you didn't get it, that's fine. Let's just keep going, right? Why are you going to get a very good score when you open this DUNS number? Because business credit is based entirely on payment history, right? It's not necessarily the age of the credit like personal credit or ratios, right? It has nothing to do with that at all. It's all about payment history. People who are involved in business credit, they're maxed out most of the time anyway. So it's all about, are you paying, right? Are you paying as terms are agreed? And if that's the case, you're going to have a very high DUNS number. Right, or PAYDEX score. That's really what it's called, a PAYDEX score. Please, please, please do not apply for a DUNS number if you don't have that secured card, or if you haven't gotten a trade line yet. In fact, I'd get a trade line and then get the Dun & Bradstreet number if you did not get approved for a secured card. Because if you just get a DUNS number with no trade lines, no secured card, you're going to have a very low PAYDEX number, right? It's going to be very, very, very low, and it's going to make you look risky to future lenders. So that's why it's so important to get that secured card or get at least one trade line, right? And that's going to be able to, jumpstart your PAYDEX score, right? The DUNS number is for free, and you can get that DUNS number absolutely free of charge. Because there is a loophole, which is applying as someone who's going to be getting a federal grant, right? The government will provide you with a free DUNS number if you go through that loophole. And that loophole is in the description. You're able to click there and go through the process. I'll explain a little bit of the process in the future. All right. trade lines will simply say, yeah. So also, before I clarify, before I move on here, your trade lines will be significantly larger if you have a secured card on file, right? I'm talking about the difference of, a Fuel Man card being 1,000 or being 5,000, right? But just the fact that you already have credit established, a revolving card on your account already. So that's why we want to have that so bad. We want to fight for that, right? If you get denied, fight for that. I've seen people get 2 or 3 times and eventually they got it. All right, so check the description for that DUNS number, right? Click the link. It's going to ask you to do a corporate search. Your corporation will probably not be found, right? And then where it says below, create a new DUNS number, you're going to click that. And then once you click that, you're going to also click where it says federal government contractors or grantees, DUNS number support. All right. And then once you get there, you're going to put in all your information. All right. So you're going to put in all your information. And that, again, that's all free. But you will get Dun & Bradstreet calling you to offer you all kind of extra services, credit watch, credit monitoring, and it's going to cost you. There are free versions of all that I'm going to explain to you, but do not accept anything from Dun & Bradstreet. You just need that DNB number, DUNS number. All right. So now here's where the fun starts. We're here now. We've gotten all that taken care of. Now we're at our net 30 trade line accounts, right? So we're at the accounts that are really going to help us build our business credit. And we're going to start in a certain order here. And that order is we're going to start for vendor net 30 accounts, right? Which are accounts that offer you 30 days to pay the bill in full after you purchase products. There are also net 60 accounts out there. There are also net 90, but net 90, net 60, that's later down the road. Right, so we're going in order. Vendor credit first, then we're going to go to store credit, and then we're going to go to cash credit. That's where the big money is. And we're only going to go to cash credit after about, a good 5 to 6 months. And let's just be honest here. I'm making this video in December of 2020. By January or February of 2021, you can be sitting on $10,000 in credit card business credit. Seriously. I mean, it's real. It's real. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to sign up for what's called Credit Signal, right? Credit Signal is from Dun & Bradstreet. It's absolutely free. It's a free monitoring service that's going to email us when any changes take place to our credit. So we're going to apply first to Credit Signal because we want to know whenever there's any changes to our account, we notify it right away. It's going to help us keep on track of our Dun & Bradstreet credit report. All right. Nav.com. Now, this is basically like Credit Karma for business credit. There's a free version, but get the paid version because the paid version, which is about $25, it adds a trade line to your Dun & Bradstreet account. So already now, right, we haven't really even done anything and we already have 2 accounts. We need at least 3 to 5 to start getting business credit. But now we've already got 2. So you're going to get that nav.com, which is $25 a month. Just sign up for it. It's like Credit Karma. And what's really great about nav.com is that as you grow your business, right, as you're growing your business credit, it's going to connect you based on what your Paydex score is, right, your credit, or how your credit reports are coming out on your business side with cards that you can get approved for. So they're just going to be bringing you the cash, man. So you want to sign up for a nav.com account. All right. So some of the first trade lines we want to go and get an account over at Crown Office Supplies. All right. Crown Office Supplies. You might have to pay up with any of these accounts. You might have to buy a little bit of something. That's fine. All right. The return on investment is 10, 50, 30x what you're going to have to pay for. So if they ask you to buy some $30 item or to open the account, do it. Right? If it's $30, $50, you're never going to have to make a purchase, over 100 for the most part when it comes to these vendor accounts. So, it's going to be 50, 20, 30, whatever it is. Just do it. Just do it to open up that line of communication with them for them to hit your Dun & Bradstreet account with an account. right? With a trade line showing, hey, he's paying on time. This is what he has available to him, because that's what you want. You want those vendor accounts on your credit reports, and those credit reports are going to go to those three major bureaus. Your Uline is one too as well. Go out and get a Uline. Go out and get Granger. Look, the first time they may not approve you the very first time. Try and try again, right? At least 2 to 3 times, right? You may have to buy something twice before they open up an account. Do it, right? Do it. You need to follow these steps. Once you get Crown Office, Uline, Granger, Nav, right? That's 4 right there. You can get all 4. I mean, you really can get that. That's 5 really with the secured card. That's 5 right there, right? Go out. You're gonna get a gas card. You're gonna go out and get a gas card from either Fuelman or Exxon is another one. Wex Fleet is another one you can get. I didn't put that on there, but you want to go out and get a gas card. FleetCardsUSA.com. They do a good job of hooking you up with what's going to work best for your company. All right. You don't need, and by the way, though, some of these cards do cost a little bit, like $3 or $4 for one card. The more cards you have, the more it's going to cost you per month to maintain. But just go out and get a Fuelman, for example. It's about $8 a month. No, excuse me. I think it's like $4 a month for one Fuelman card, either $4 or $8. But just go out and get one. You can go out and get a Fuelman card. They're going to give you like $5,000. You're not going to spend $5,000 on fuel. Please don't spend $5,000 a month on fuel. But you will use that Fuelman card just to fuel your car. And now it's tax deductible. You're going to get an organized, website to be able to pull that. But when it comes down to doing your taxes, all of that income, you're going to be all that, that cost, you're going to be able to deduct that. All right. So more accounts now. We're going to go out and get an Advanced Auto Parts account, right? Now, with Advanced Auto Parts, this is no personal guarantee. You're going to give them a call, right? And you're going to say you want the monthly billing with net 30 terms, right? Give them a call. They're going to email you the application, fill out the application, send it back to them the same day. They're going to give you a account the same day, right? The very same day. And again, this is going to work better for you if you already have those accounts that I just mentioned, right? So you're going to space it out a little bit, but you're going to already see, again, using those websites that I mentioned, that those accounts are being added, right? Those accounts are being added. Advanced Auto Parts, I have a $5,000 credit limit at Advanced Auto Parts. I will never spend $5,000 at Advanced Auto Parts, but it's good to know that when it's time for me to buy oil or buy something from my car, I can put it on, at Advanced, and I don't have to pay right away. I can pay 30 days later, up to 30 days later, for Advanced Auto Parts if I ever need anything. You know what I mean? We're also going to go and get that that Amazon, Business Prime. It's $69. If you already have Prime, go out and you're not using the Amazon TV services or the books or anything, just go out and cancel that and get your Business Prime, right? Get the Business Prime. You're going to get the free 1-day shipping. It doesn't come, as I said, to any movies or music or books, all right? And I don't believe it reports. I haven't seen it report to me, but it's going to create that relationship that's going to put you in position to get that Amazon Business Prime American Express card, right? Now, that's going to take a little while to get. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've never been able to see anybody get that without at least a 660, right? I've never seen anybody be able to get that without a 660. I've tried it with many people, but everybody who I have been able to get that card had above a 660. All right, nobody had anything lower than that. Strategic Network Solutions, it was going to require a $60 purchase, but you're going to receive a $10,000 trade line on your business credit. It's a net 30 account and it reports to Experian and CreditSafe. Just go make the purchase, guys. I mean, if you're going to find something on a website that you might need or something, just make the purchase, because as you can see here, I mean, that's almost 20x what you're getting back in terms of a trade line that's going to pop up on your business credit. Oh, this is my favorite one, the Dell Business Credit. All right, now we're at the store card level, right? So we've got almost 6 to 7 trade lines from the vendor level right? And by now, we've already made 1 or 2 payments, right? We're only literally just 2 months in of creating our business account, right? Our business, our corporation. So now we're 2 months in. We've got a nice paydex score. We've got all those accounts on Dun and Bradstreet. We're gonna go out and we're gonna get a new computer. All right. I went out and got a whole workstation. I mean, the works. I got top of the line, $44 a month, Dell Business Credit, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a soft pull, right? It's a soft pull. So don't worry too much. If you don't get approved for it, it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've gotten people at 530, 550, 560 approved for Dell computers. All right. Go out and get yourself a brand new computer. I mean, some of you guys are working with these old ass laptops, old ass desktops. Go get yourself something nice, top of the line. And it's only going to cost you like 40, 50 bucks a month, right? $40, $50 a month. And it's going to only improve, again, your business credit score, because at the end of the day, the vendor accounts help, but having installment credit on your account showing that you're paying on terms, that's going to be huge when it comes time to getting credit cards. It's going to be huge, huge, huge. So you want to make sure you get at least one installment going, right? One of the you got to have. I prefer if you get every single one of these, but if you can get one going with a nice size, that Dell Business is probably the one. Or it doesn't have to be Dell Business. I mean, if you get a nice computer at Staples or Home Depot or Target, that's fine too. I mean, you might even be able to get better pricing. But just because I need a top of the line computer, I had to go with the big boy one. All right, but yeah, you want to go ahead and get that Staples More account, right? You can apply by phone. Home Depot Business Credit. You got to go into the store for that. Make sure you go in there and get that. All right, the Home Depot business card, Target business card. That's another one you got to go into the store for. Many of those also no personal guarantee. If they ask for it, it's really only to prove your identity. All right. A lot of people see the personal, why do they want my social security number? Well, because laws have changed in this country where now they got to get somebody's social to verify who the hell is applying for this thing. It's not necessarily to do a credit check on you, right? It's just to verify that you are who you say you are. You know what I mean? These are like soft pulls. They ain't really even at hard pulls like that. All right. So you're going to get the Target card as well. So you should at least be at, 4 now at the store account level. And there's many more out there. You can go out and get the Walmart business credit card as well. But again, the Walmart business card, that one, you got to be careful because they will report on, they will report usage on your personal credit for that card. I noticed on that card, they gave me $5,000. I went hard one year for Christmas, and they reported that on my personal credit. And it took my score down because my credit ratios got hit on that. I'm thinking this is a business credit card, and it is a business credit card. But for whatever reason, they reported on your personal as well. So did it help my score when I paid it down? Yeah, absolutely. So, but just be careful. That Walmart business credit card, it does report on your personal. All right. It does report on your personal. All right. So now we're at the end, folks. I've kept you for a long time. I hope you've learned something. And if you have, make sure you give this video a like, leave a comment. If I helped you out, just say, Sal, thank you for your help. And subscribe if you're new to this. All right. But I don't make a lot of videos like this often, but I can tell you this right now. If you want money to trade, if you want money to flip cars on the side, if you want money to do wholesaling on the side, whatever business, you need to leverage yourself, right? You need to get capital. And if you don't have mom and dad who will help you, use the paper route. Get these companies built, and you're going to be able to borrow. I have several corporations now. This is, I don't want to put too much information out there, but I'm telling you right now, you can do this. You can do this with the discipline that you're going to be, embedding in yourself through this process. you're not only going to be building your business credit, your personal credit is going to go off the chain. I mean, within 2 years, I was already within, 730, 740 within 2 years, just because of the discipline that I had instilled in myself with paying off everything on time, negotiating things that couldn't get removed, and then also disputing whatever on my personal credit report that was harming me. So for your first card, you want to go out and get a Shell Small Business Card. This is a no personal guarantee card. If you are already above a 620, right? If you're already above a 620, you should be going out and getting this card anyway. All right? You should be going out and getting this card. Start your company, get your secured card, get the other vendor lines, right? And just go straight into getting that Shell Small Business Card if you are above 620. If you're not above 620, then you've worked your way to this process that by now you're 4 months in, 5 months in, preferably 6 months in, and you got 6 on-time payments at all of those vendors. You spent literally less than probably $2,000 of your own money to do all of this, right? Because remember, your secured card is your money. It doesn't go anywhere. It's just your money, right? You're going to go out and you're going to get approved for that Shell Small Business Card. Right? With the credit profile that you've built, you will get approved for that Shell Small Business Card. And again, if you don't, reconsideration line, ring them a call. Sam's Club Business Credit Card, you're going to get that card too. If you've done what I said to tell you to do, you're going to get that card. Bank of America Travel Reward MasterCard, you're going to get that card. All right? Those 3 cards alone, if you have below 620 still, if you're still below 620 6 months later, that's $10,000 right there. That's $10,000 right there. All right. You probably already got 10 racks in terms of store, vendor, accounts. But if you haven't by now, on those credit cards, it's going to be over $10,000. And again, you better have the discipline to manage all this, because this is real. This is real money now. All right. This is real money now. All right. Tips. Understand that all American Express business cards do a soft pull. All right. Bank of America, Citibank, BBVA, Wells Fargo. They do not impact your personal credit score when it comes to business card applications. Those are all soft pulls. All right. Soft pulls. When it comes to business credit, apply with your heart's desire. Can you get too many? Depends on how strict the creditor is. All right, depends on how strict the creditor is. But you don't really want to be going ham, 4 or 5 applications in a week when it comes to business card. I like to do once a month, because the money's going to come. The money's going to come. You just need to be disciplined enough to know that you're, to pay on time. All right. But the money will come. All right. So I want to thank you so much for your time. I hope you really appreciated this video. I know it's going to change somebody's life out there, because it definitely changed mine. Now go out there and build some business credit. Your financial future is waiting on you. Take care. Trade well.